Hey guys, Susanna here. I was going to finish this off first before I started, before I filmed, but I thought I'll get the process rolling. Oh, it's cold here this morning. I'm just waiting for it to heat up. This is number 5 of how to do your book pages. I've got, this is my version of doing a envelope. I mean, I've got plenty of envelope templates, so I've got those, but I have got this beautiful book, so gorgeous. I want to use that as a journal, but the pages are really thick, so if you can get books that's got nice big thick pages. I've got another purpose for this one a bit later on as well. So I thought I want to make, this is how you make a template for whatever size page you've got. So I've made up a template from another page, and I got this. I just pulled apart an envelope that I liked, and it's too big, but if you see an envelope that you like, just pull apart an envelope and do it. And even though this is what I use for the template, I sort of went in, I'm like, okay, it's a bit too big, gonna maybe put it up there like that. And so I just did that along there, and then, you know, like, so I just made it fit. So I've got that, and then I made that fit, and then you just sort of round the corners and all that kind of stuff. So what I'll do, even though I've already started on that one, I'll just show you. Okay, grab this. I'm going to show you some bits and pieces that I've already done. So my template. So you can make a template out of any page that you've got, and you've got to do it to suit whatever page you've got. Just go straight down, and then I'll do my corner edging after. Now, because this is an old book, the pages are quite, like as you can see here, they're quite brittle. Like, even though it's thick, when you fold it, it sort of, yeah, it gets a bit frayy along the edges. So that's why on this one I've chosen to put where are we? Pull that apart. Washi tape just along the edges, just to give a bit of strength. These ones doesn't matter too much because they're going to be tucked under, and you'll notice that I haven't done it on this side, which is what people usually do their artwork. So I thought it's got better real estate on here, like it's a bit more. So these are ones that you could probably maybe do a flip, or you can just use a paper clip to tuck it in. It's more about, I saw some stuff like this on Pinterest, and I wanted to do a bit of sewing and all that kind of stuff on there. So just, if you want to make something like I'm going to be doing today, just keep the whole book page and do something like that on a book page and back it with like cardboard. You could have it as one of those tip-in, like here, just say this is your journal, and just have it as a flat tip-in thing, which I might make too. So just do a little bit of everything. So I'll make a couple of envelopes, and I'm using a few book pages because I'm going to be using my birds book page. So it's not just these. You use all types of stuff. You really don't need to go out and buy too much ephemera, because books are amazing for cutting things out. Oh, I am so cold. Okay, so what I'll do, I might just leave it as is, just so I know where I am. I can't be bothered cutting right now. I'm just gonna give me a bit of an idea so I know. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the painting. So I just sort of fiddled around with it, quite like the colouring, bit of lace, put that on there, and then I've got that sticking in there like that, which matches. So pretty. Okay, so what I would like to do, and I'll quickly paint this up. So I'd like to use maybe some of these colours. So for the next one, quite like that. Isn't that cool? So use these as a guide. If you can get your colours beforehand, I'd even use this tape on the top and bottom. I like to tear it. See, that matches really well. So keep in mind those colours. So rather than doing my brights palette, which is what I usually do, I think they're probably a little bright. I'm going to go a little bit more muted. I've got a grey in that one. So, where are we? Where's my brush? Here it is. So we just, so remember, yeah, it is definitely worth getting even just some cheapy watercolours. They're so good. They're a cheaper alternative to adding a bit of colour. I know that quite a few, see, that works really well too. People use watercolours just to, I'm going to use a little bit of this. Actually, where's that? Hopefully I'm in frame. This is probably going to be a two-parter. So we'll just, doesn't have to be too flash. A bit of crap on there. But the beauty of the old papers, they really do soak up watercolour and all that really well. So I just want to have, you know, maybe a bit of green on the bottom, representing grass or whatever. A bit of grey in with that because it's got, so it's just slop it on. Really doesn't matter how it's going to go. Yep, bit of grey, a bit more grey. I'll end up going back to this one even though it's a bit wrecked, but I'll use this one for the top. There we go. A little bit, needs to be a bit more bluer. Definitely. The more watered down you do it, the lighter the colour. And I get the blow dryer out. Okay. So it's just a bit of an artistic way of adding just a tiny bit of colour. Really doesn't take much. Then I'm going to get my fag brush and add a bit more darker blue, which is this one here. I didn't do that on the other one, but I quite like that look. Okay, now, so if I let that dry naturally, a bit more of the green down here. Okay. Might even get a bit of the green. There we go. So just let that dry. Put that aside. You can blow dry it, but yeah, there we go. Easy as that. So you've got yourself sort of a bit of a background. Okay, so we'll just quickly clean this up. Anything that involves a bit of artwork always takes a bit of time. showing you how quick and easy it is just to add a bit of colour to the page. It's not hard at all. Okay, these are the best. These brushes with water in them, because you don't have to worry about too much of the water. So now go back to this little guy, one I prepared earlier. Okay, still in frame, that's good. Okay, now get out your stash of fabrics. These are my little bits, and then I've gotten get your washi, get some bits of lace, all little bits of lace. So that's if you're wanting a vintagey look. You can make it a little bit whatever suits you. Now the book that I've got for the birds is the Birds of Australia book. So you just cut out, there's plenty of, they're really quite cheap. You can get them from any thrift shop for, oh, something just went overboard. I think that was all that was all my distressings. Oh well, I'll have to fix them later. But yes, I just picked, see, I love that one. I think that's really pretty. I love the sort of brown beigey muted tones. So these are sort of, I've picked some of the more smaller little birds. I think that one's really pretty. So you see that's quite nice as well. So yeah, it doesn't take much to pick something, but I've already got the couple that I've picked. Oh, geez, I'm getting it everywhere. Because of my, this is sitting aside to dry, and I've just put the birds on top of it. Genius. Okay, I'm sure you guys get a good laugh from my channel. It makes you realise, you know, we're all human and make mistakes. Okay. So what I want to do, so what you do once you've done the painting like that, you find yourself some washi tape. So I'll be getting that. So what I did is I just pulled it. That's quite wide. So if it's a bit smaller, you would just get one. I like that one. Well, I'm going to use that one with that one. So I thought I wanted to do a little bit of layering because I want to do a bit of sewing. So I've got my threads. Pick some colours in the blues and oh, good grief, it really has gone everywhere. Oh, just as well the lid was on, so it's not too bad. Okay, now so pick out some colours that would work. Thinking maybe that one or that one, and I wouldn't even mind maybe some golds, and yeah, because it sort of brings out that goldy yellow. I think those colours work really well. I've got a bit of grey, but we want a brown grey. Maybe that one? No. That one. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, even that one. Either or. Haven't got much left of that. And I'm going to go, because I've got a bit of bluey green in that other one. I think my husband's coming. I'm just going to pause it. Can't. Oops. Okay, back again. He just went to work, so he had to come in and say goodbye. See, that's going to work with that, so I thought I'd bring that out too. Yeah. Okay. Put that away for now. Now I've also got, wouldn't mind putting a few little buttons and stuff on there. So I've got my little stash of buttons, but that can be done later. I probably need to put my paints away. Okay, I cleaned my room, and now it does not take long before it gets messy. Oh, okay, here we go. So what we need to do move aside all these colours. Organise myself. You need all the stuff out because you need the bits and pieces, but then you feel like it's cramming you in. So yes, this will definitely be a two-parter, I feel, because my camera doesn't always go well. Now, in order to put this down, if I'm going to be sewing, I really don't want to have really thick glue, so I'm just going to plonk that down just so it holds with a bit of glue stick. And this, I don't think I'm going to do any inking around, so I will glue that down just so I know where the placement is, because it goes underneath. Well, it's unusual for me not to do inking, but I think in this case it doesn't really need it. Okay. I've been quite busy with all different sorts of stuff, so I have taken a little bit longer to do this than what I would have liked. I'm going to leave that sticking up because if I remember, it doesn't quite go down. So actually I might glue that down now too. Feels really weird putting glue stick on this stuff. But this is not a quick thing. This is more about having a bit of artistic license and making something beautiful. So it's not a quick, like, it's something that, I probably won't make and sell. It's something that you do personally for your own journals, which is what this is about. The 10 ways to use your book pages is about personal stuff. So this it's a bit thicker, stick down with a bit of glue. Hopefully I'm still in camera. I might even get a ball pin for that, We'll see. We will see. I've got a basic idea in my head what I want to do, but it tends to grow as we go, but that's artistic license. We're allowed to do that. Okay. Did I do it the wrong way around? Because I wanted it to go... Did I want it to go that way? I think I did do it the wrong way around. No, I didn't. Oh, there we go. Good. Now this is just a bit of lace. It's all good. Just a end bit, so you don't throw out your bits. You can just use. I've cut that one in half, but I'm planning to use. Really love these, and I love these little end bits. So I'm probably going to hack this one to bits because I just love, something like that you can shove on there. Things that just sort of dangle off. I love it. Okay. That one's sort of down a little bit. So now what we need, I'm going to probably use that one. I do like that, sort of like a grey colour, which I'll use on top. So I looked on Pinterest and I got inspired by that because I saw some people had done like a slow stitching on some envelopes and stuff, and I thought, oh, I like that idea. So this is sort of Susanna's style. So I'm going to use 2 threads. I don't want to go too thick. There's 6 strands in the DMC, and I don't want to go too thick because it gets hard to thread through the needle. So this is a a bit of a mixture of everything process. So that's why we needed a thicker needle. So what we might do, sometimes when you do this, you need to pin it beforehand, and that makes it hang 10. I'll be back again. Usually I have my phone book for pricking holes in things, but one of these old books, there you go. It's another use for your book pages, doing this. Okay, so just to make it easier so that you don't rip your pages, so I just want to do a little bit of stitching along there, just a few holes, and all we're going to do is a running stitch, and it doesn't matter if it's not straight, it's all good. So how many do we want to do? I want to do maybe 2. Oh, so it doesn't matter if it's not straight, she says, doing it as crooked as a dog's hind leg. You sort of want it that you know, rustic, primitive-y, slow stitching look. See, it's going lower and lower. Good lord. And then I'll do one in the middle, so just 3 lots. I think I will redo some of the other ones. So okay, so there. That's a bit low. Needs to go a little higher. Sorry guys. Free pricks in the thing. Alright, there we go. Now, okay, so find the hole at the back here. It's probably the easiest way. And tie a knot. And it's as simple as just up, down, up, down. Easiest way to do it. I mean, if it was a fabric, you would just go, you know, weave it like that. This is a way just to get a little bit of easy stitching. I'll do 1 row and then I'll turn it off and finish it, because we'll be here till months of Sundays, otherwise you can't really see it. I can. I'm wondering whether we do a contrasting colour and maybe put this down here. I am thinking that's probably better, because you can't, like, you want to be able to see the work, I reckon. I might put a blue on the top, and I'll put this sort of contrasting grey on the bottom rung where you're more likely to see it. There we go. There we go. So just a little bit of stitching, nothing too fancy. There we go. Ugh. How to make this look so easy? Not. Oh. Okay. There we go. Once we get going, they're not too bad. I don't mind, like, if you're not really into hand stitching, which a lot of people aren't, you know, just do a little bit, do a couple of crosses. I know that Nazi from Amity Bloom does a sort of little bit of stitching here and there. She just does a couple of crosses and puts on some buttons. Yeah, you can go as little or as big as you like. It's the thing, when it's your own, it's all personal. Okay. one more. I think I might go. Oh, see, it's managed to pull apart. There we go. And I will go in one more. I don't think I've put a hole in there, but let the needle do that. So there we go. Nothing flash, just real primitive stitching, and I'll do that, and I'll probably, what colour? I quite like that because it really contrasts with this. I think that's really nice, so I'll do that on there, and then maybe a bit of gold up and down or whatever. I might even go around, might even do that with the machine. So we'll see. So I'll just turn that off and I'll be back. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you, like I've just done that. I love the way it's all wonky. It's real sort of wonky primitive stitching, doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll show you how, because it's a bit hard to tie off things when it's paper. So always finish at the back, go underneath the stitch there. Ooh, ow, don't try not to prick yourself. Okay, then go underneath like this, and it sort of pulls back on itself. So if you want to make another, just loop it up. That's it, sort of not, there we go. Okay, now what I'm thinking of doing, I might go around on the machine, just around the outside, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I just sewed around there, that way at least all the other stuff's being held down, and I sort of did a bit of a oh, go too close, a bit of a leafy one there, so you can sort of see it on the inside. You can still use it as an envelope, it's all good, because it's only got that part on the bottom, and the stitching and everything will be covered there, so that'll be fine. Loving how it's turning out so far. So what I'm going to do now is with the gold, threads and stuff everywhere, bits and pieces. So I better put this on the lid. I love the way they do little bubbles on those Google ones. That'll be on your Fabrifix or whatever. Okay, sort that out later. Now what we're going to do, move this aside, maybe put that aside. What I was thinking is I really would like to have a bit of gold, but I'd like to get some buttons or something in a vintagey style. So that is nice, but it's a tad big. I do like this one. I think that's really pretty, but a bit big. Unless we can bury that in there, or put it in with a pin. Here we go. I'm coming. Because the colour just matches so well. This is why it's good having fabrics, because you can hang stuff off with wall pins. So we'll have a look. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, it might work. There we go. Now you want to keep it inside. Oh, that's cute. I like. See, it makes it sit nice and flat. We don't even have to stitch it in there. So I know they're great colours, but they're just a bit big. A bit big for my little envelope. Make a big mess. Oh, I don't mind this one. I like those shimmery style. That is such a good colour though. That pin might have looked really good there. So we may chop and change. We'll see. At least we know it works. So I was actually thinking I'd like a couple. Oh, look, it's got a bit of a greeny tinge. I'm going to put that one with that one. Now, no, I'll be getting a bit close to having to do part 2. I'm getting a little closer. Where are we? Need some more. Here we go. Here we go. It's always the last one you find. It's a little bit smaller. I think maybe 2 because we're going to be putting that on as well. So I might stick that there and then have those 2 going there. But I really like a little bit of gold in there. So maybe rather than having blue, we will have gold. Okay. So I think the easiest way, and I'm still in frame, hopefully, is to prick a hole. I mean, we can just glue it on, but I'd like to have a little bit of thread or something coming through. I think I'm going to go, that's it, go small, small, big. That'd be good. Okay, now I'll go in there. That one, and that one. Okay, one at a time. Just as well you can see it on the other side. So I've made a knot. I like the pretty colour. Make sure you put the right colour on the front. There we go. A little twisted. I might have a couple. Just so it's not going to go anywhere and you actually get to see some of the thread. I think I may have to glue because I didn't end up doing stitching. I may have to glue this down a little bit better. Oh well. Lift your tail there. See, plans can change, and they always do. At least that's not going to go anywhere for now. Little tail. And because it's got the buttons on there, that'll hold that down as well. So, but just on the edges, and it's being held down here with the sewing. So there we go. So cute. So I'm going to go across it probably 3 times just to give it a bit of heft. And then I'll go to the next hole. So we've got a bit of thread on the other side. How are we going for time? Oh, well, I think I'm going to finish. I will see you in part 2. Well, part B for episode 5. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.